Today, we can lay a table Parliament, then reason for say no this time to the Finance Minister, Jacob Jusu Safa, an unaccountable Imprest where it be put inside the 2020 financial bill. I hope say you be don't follow from where this thing na be breaking news to outside we don't reach. But in case you don't know, make I just give a quick recap or rundown of how this thing be happen. We know say every year towards the end, the Ministry of Finance get for go table na Parliament the finance bill for the next year. But before that, then can get small committee them na Miata conference where every MDA they come for can table waiting then go need as budget for the next year. So 2019 this year, not to be different one. Then go na Miata conference, all man go talk with you want. Finance, cross-check people lemo as them be they can talk. Then take notes. Then at the end of the day, the Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu Safa, he be get for go face Parliament for make Parliament go give the okay for release the kind money where he feel say he go able for distribute to all the ministry them where for able for run government come 2020. Now so the thing be passed. Where the finance minister gonna Parliament, after he dey read all thing, something be get for happen. Some say we no day inside the bill be get for appear. With that, now for say the president and the vice president, when then they travel, person not for ask them question but the money. Then call her non-accountable Imprest, or you can call her unaccountable Imprest. So, Parliament sit down, then debate. At the end of the day, the Speaker of the House been say, all those in favor say aye, they all are aye. And say the one that were not in favor say nay. Well, some people be all are nay. But however, before them be reached to that part day, you get a parliamentarian by the name of Honorable Tawa, where nada Lumley and environs na in they represent. In question at that time was, make them not do this thing, because waiting do, when next election go come, APC go use them against them. The opposition go use them against them. But with that also, when they say men and agree, somebody else come out say, you know what, make we have to go away with bra inside it. Now then come, they add the Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House, he not turn down the offer. It go away unto who that? To the Minister of Finance. Say, Minister of Finance, what do you think? They say for add midi. But what the Minister of Finance say? Minister of Finance say, he say, well, Naimika don't bring a kind of Parliament for table and for una approval. What thing begin happen? They approve them. They approve them. Now the word common do. Where the word common do, we all, a lot of people. You get people who be they defend. You get people who be they defend that. But a lot of people, even at this program, I think we do 2 programs at this radio. We do 2 programs on that particular unaccountable Imprest day. For say, we not agree, we not want and so. So, Parliament, again, a member from APC and a member from NGC, then say, make them recall this bill back because they don't hear waiting the people and say. Then go to the extent, we want feel say na winner, yeah? Because then go to the extent say, even they make a program waiting social media, they talk, the program on social media be wrong, you not being correct. Okay. Then say make them send call the bill back. They write a letter to the clerk, or pass them to the speaker. We not hear nothing again. The next thing we hear, the president of Sierra Leone, President Julius Maada Bio, refused for sign and he say he send them back in the parliament. So there was a gap from when them parliamentarians they will say, you know what, we don't hear the people them. We go need make them send this thing come back, make we can talk on and now fine. So until that time they will not be see fine or will not be hear fine. But now we don't hear, we don't see, then we need for bring and come back. From that same day to when the president in office tell we say the president refused for sign, he send and go back, we don't know waiting at the linkage. What I mean by that, we don't know if the clerk in the parliament be ever write to the office of the president for say make he not sign or make he send them back. But also we go take now the president in your own office now go take because what he do now until we say he not sign, he send them back. He send them back go parliament. Parliament they now, the one them we feel say they don't hear the voice of the people, then roll their sleeve up and say now yeah. Now we go can show we safe. Say this particular thing, na mistake could be do before. He say we na more time with a mistake, but when he come back, we they can correct them. They say they don't correct them. But make we listen how this particular one be happen like. Listen to this.
Section 42 na the 2020 Finance Act. Now one way we don't attract the attention of saloon people from all level na society because if this section been come to law, for don't make the president, vice president and the speaker of parliament not for own nobody explanation but how they use money where the state can give them anytime within the travel where the 2020 Finance Act been described as Imprest. After the plenty concern from people we think say this law will affect one pan President Bio in campaign promise them when not transparency and accountability to the people, whether out of pressure from the public or out of moral judgment. President Bio not been signed this bill but send them back to parliament for make them go amend them. Friday, December 13, na been a moment of wait and see from saloon people we been the wonder if MP them go agree for this law or go listen to the people them where they represent, where them concern been different from the first step of MP them for pass this bill.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I beg to lay on the table the comments made by His Excellency the President in accordance with Standing Orders 58.6 and Section 106.7 and 8 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone.
Honorable Indolo Givao, Chairman Legislative Committee, they present the written reason why President Bio not been re-signed the 2020 Finance Act. We said the President been called for amendment of Section 42 of the Act, where they talk about unaccountable Imprest for the President, Vice President and Speaker. Honorable Givao been read through this document word after word. After this, MP them been vote against this section and pull and come out from the Finance Act.
Honorable members, the question is that this Honorable House expunge Clause 42 of the bill entitled the Finance Act 2020 in accordance with Standing Order 58.6 and Section 106, subsections 7 and 8 of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Honorable Ibrahim Tawa Conte, they represent constituency 132 na Lumley, Western Freetown from the ruling Salon People's Party SLPP. It be done Tawa against this bill from day one, but waiting in BC from the beginning.
ABC say Natiwe be the one contrary to the manifesto on as a party. Natiwe they run contrary to even the belief of His Excellency the President in terms of fighting corruption and in terms of being accountable to the people of this country. So from that standpoint, I saw it and I realized that somebody has to stand for it. Somebody get for take the bold step, even though it was a risky step. I have to acknowledge it. We've had several people who don't call them anti-party, people who don't get names, but I stood my ground. Even when I go on 98.1, after I don't ask for it to be expunged at the well, some days before, almost a week before I go 98.1, they asked me what's my ultimate position. I said my ultimate position remains the same, that it must be expunged. And I've called on the president at that particular time to let the president listen to we, let the president look at them. And I said, listen, president, he listened. Today, he sent a memo and asked Parliament for do voting rights. And according to the memo, voting rights now for stay the course of accountability. Voting rights now for ensure say we manage in a very tight economic situation, reduce things that will go affect or will exacerbate the economic strain on the people. So by being accountable, will automatically enhance the prestige of this government and enhance the prestige of the president.
Honorable Daniel Kurma, they represent constituency 46 na Koinadugu district under the All People's Congress APC party and have been one MP where we move a motion days after we this bill be done pass for make them go pull comot the unaccountable Imprest section from the Finance Act. With this, according to them, the Friday decision by MP them for pull comot unaccountable Imprest section na a moment of celebration for Salon people.
It means say the people of Sierra Leone, through their representatives, value accountability, we value transparency. So a real victory to Sierra Leone Parliament and by extension the electorate of this Parliament. Because this is exactly what in the electorate they expect. It shows victory in Sierra Leone for accountability. Accountability don't win. Transparency don't win. Big victory.
One of the requests of the president is in letter to Parliament. Now for amend the section and give ceiling as to how much them go approve for them where it travel. But MP them been pull comot the old section from the Finance Act. This according to Honorable Al-Aji Dr. Kande Koleyum Kela, leader of the National Grand Coalition NGC party na Parliament, where they represent constituency 62 na Cambia district. Think say before Parliament take any decision on the ceiling for the president in Imprest, then for look waiting been done the happen before.
The president in letter tell we say in your recommendation was in say for amendment for this ceiling. Well, some of we raise the issue say for let we give ceiling to something. It means that we know within the history tally. Almost His Excellency Pakaba bin the get. Almost His Excellency Anes by Koroma bin the get. Waiting them they do with that money. Almost His Excellency President Bio don they get for this 1.5 year. If you don't know that data there, you can't put ceiling, not so. Waiting me no say others then they put level panel. In my own opinion, not to team way for be secret. Yeah, it will be known.
According to the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Cherno Bundu, the next step now for rearrange the Finance Act with the absence of Section 42 and send them back to President for sign them, as this document expects for begin work inside January 2020. But as them pull come out to the unaccountable Imprest section, people now they ask, waiting next for the presidential Imprest. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
One for tell Musa S. Kamara, thank you. And Radio Democracy 98.1, we're not through them, we're able to get that clip there. Now the same question we want to ask today. Now they don't pull the unaccountable Imprest, but it's still the float around. Waiting, we think safe will happen. Because if you check, just like how Honorable Kande Koleyum Kela talk, he say the president asked for ceiling. Now they want to know within them past presidents then be don't they enjoy. Like I said earlier, not for saying anything new, now something where they exist. It be they float around. It be just a float. Well, the finance minister JJ Shafa, now he go kitchen back a couch I can put her inside the bill. Because then they be done the float around. Waiting you feel safe for happen now. Now they don't pull her. But pulling them not me say then kill her. It still exists. it still exists. Because if it don't exist, even before they can put them now this 2020 finance bill, if it don't exist, they don't pull on it. But it not die. It still the floats. Waiting next. That's the question. Or else, we go pretend like we forget one day and it continue for float, just like how from late President Kaba to former President Anesco to the first 1.5 years of President Bill, it was still there. No account was given. Now, I don't know if some people go vex by JJ Safa for saying I go kitchen come put on. If we don't left and Safa will be the float around. For we don't left and but in all left and I go counter. So now I don't counter, all my eye don't open para. Then pull them, but you not die. The unaccountable Imprest still lives on. What next? Even though they don't say no. Waiting next. I open the phone line. You get opportunity for call and be part of this program. Waiting next for the unaccountable Imprest. It still lives on, even though it not then at the bill. It still no return usai binde where it be the float. What you feel say for happen to that particular section there, the unaccountable Imprest. Make we read some of the message there na Facebook. Say a contest say bravo to Honorable Tawa, job well done. Put Salon first, not to party, but true and honest Sierra Leonean. We also get Almami Kamara. He say there is no way we go accept the fact that we parliamentarians then reject the bill, but Honorable Tawa, Marcela Samba and team. He say na them make them parliamentarian reject the bill. He say for keep on the good work, Marcela Samba, you are one of those civil society where Almami Kamara get great respect for. Unaccountable Imprest. Just like what I be say just now. I don't know if where they don't pull and so now. The Speaker of the House, remember, then be Adam. Then be add the Speaker of the House and this unaccountable Imprest. But they don't pull them. Make a call the first caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who side you call from?
Yeah, my name is Abraham. I call from New Jersey.
You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, people will tell you thank you. And I don't know sorry for starts. But me go the question we ask. Me to go back to waiting KKYC. And then we want for lay apple. Now they don't expunge them, they don't pull them. So now we want for let them do the original thing what we don't do first. Just like KKYC. We want for know now from President Kaba up to this present president. Almost them they spend what we not know. So before they say for do any other thing, we want for know. Now that we want for know. We want accountability, proper accountability. We want for know, as we say, as KKYC from Pakaba. Almost we spend. Say to this president, all then 3 presidents and the Kaba, Koma, Yo. Almost we spend what we not be the know. At least just like KKYC, let we know that one the first. What we don't know, almost in the spend, almost in the spend, done. We they urge the parliamentarian now. we dey for don't be ended. What we don't almost in the Spain, we for don't be ended now. The new law in the past now, we for no, or them for no. Almost the president, the almost for Spain, and the ceiling, the cap. But as take away, say law we know almost in the Spain before we pass a new bill, because they need for pass a new bill. We can't continue this present arrangement we then get. We can't. The only gain for the parliamentarians then, just like one of the people who sent text, me, I don't give them no credit. Now only two people let me give credit for this one old thing the parliamentarians then. Honorable to our country, one of the main person, it's Honorable Daniel Koroma. Because then two people and they were in and they raise objection from the one. So if anybody in that parliament will get credit, now then two people in there. Because then not them came out. Then going further now, we all happy with this topic country because yesterday somebody from NGC came and they talk say it go want let's say and then vote for them come the next election. So these are the perfect opportunity. We agree they don't start them already. So going further, we they call, just like I said when this topic came a couple weeks ago, we they call, going further now, we they call on the opposition party, the opposition member in the parliament, NGC, C4C, APC, and some of the paramount chiefs there, the one who really elect Salon, we they call on those four sets of people here. Any law on a bad law, this for them be president for now, this particular one I reject. Any law on a bad law, with the all them four sets of people here now, again majority in the parliament. Any law on a bad law, not good for that country. Una do everything. Una defeat her. Una defeat her, let it not pass. Once on to law, not good for Salon. Una defeat her, let it not pass. Because at then, at that you're going to say, yeah, NGC serious, as I say yesterday. So please, going further, any law on a bad law, APC, C4C, NGC, and then paramount chiefs, then, una defeat her, Lord, we're not good for Salon. Una defeat her. Now, good things, so and then tier one for C. Leone, they stand up for the ordinary man of the country. Now, that's one for C. Let it continue. Thanks very much. I continue for listening.
All right. Thank you very much, Brahma. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, you talk to me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. This one, I have a call from the U.S. I think therefore take the Kanye Juncker approach and look at the data from the past presidents then and see how much them don't they spend and give them and come to maybe get an average point that can be accepted by the parliamentarians then from all the parties, because you can't stop the money where you can forgive the president and the vice president within the travel in terms of part-time and other matters related to security for them travel, They just need to come to a compromise whereby they will get a standard amount where they give them for the travel and keep the speaker out, out of them coming things and that's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yes, good evening, people. I'll sign on them. They call from London. They use somebody's number. How are you, sir?
Not bad. Alusain, you get the platform. What's in a contribution?
Yeah, because I be just they get exactly what you say earlier on about this Imprest here, because me not be fortunate for witness the arguments will be on the floor previously. What you mean want to say now that I don't know anyway, but some of the things the way they happen, it's like they bring in a parliament, even the president they even are aware of them. Apart from the tower, apart from Honorable Tower, the objection we give. So waiting me understand from waiting all other way you say, it's like the president self not even aware. So now the minister be just want to use that as an opportunity to say, "Oh, fix her inside it," so that the president self go favor this particular tier who they bring up. You know, because how you want the president to use money in a country, whether they come away, the president they come away, they go out, now something beneficial to the country or not beneficial to the country, still people need to know how much it is used for go out. You know, but if they want to that kuku jumuku way without the man in your knowledge, then later on people and gum will say no work. Then the man say no, I need a signer. Because the man is a real leader. We get to commend them for that. Now a real leader. Because if it's a then kind system here, we don't operate now that parliament from the word go. Maybe salon for those straightforward. People in Sierra Leone, the parliamentarians, other people and for those straightforward now the country. But previously, people in majority eat those kind of money. They sit up and nobody need to know anything. So we say thank you to the one that will be object. And later, the president back say, no, I need to sign them. We say thank you to them. But we need to commend the parliament now with it because everybody get voice for talk. With Andy now, we always talk about that everybody, they say something in parliament now, then they listen them. And now one government or one party within a power no go see the advantage, they become at the end of power and they become so wild and the opposition them. We are not going to say nothing. So now everybody they talk now. So we happy. This now want I believe say within at the right path. By the grace of God, things will change that salon. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Alusan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who side the call from?
Yeah, then Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get the platform.
Oh, Salon Parliament, you know, not wherever I talk about them, you know. This thing where they don't do so, they don't try a little bit, you know, but we all know, say, the credit go to certain people, which they don't do. I mean, this thing where they just suspend, because I suspend the suspender. You mentioned something, it say the thing go to float around.
Exactly.
I hope they know they go do it. I hope they know they go do it as the whole way that they do it. Because they just talk, say they know they put on the bill. So if they know they put on the bill, they go and say that they go back to the whole way. No, but no questionable because technically the whole way they made it. That means they say Kabame they do it, and next me they do it. So that means if we don't meet our price for a long time, which by a lot of money don't go around the drain, we will not even know. But if they just suspend and so, it's like suspension. Okay, let's just left us so long, don't talk about it again. Now they operate like the way they operate before. Simple. Now they just want to pay to win. They left for come with, the parliament left for come with sufficient amount. So okay, now this. Until young Kela say they will look the part, how much the government they may get. Based on that, they're going to come up with something. We will look towards that. But they're not for just suspend and so, and just left hand at the hair. Because they just left hand at the hair, that means like business as usual. They will still operate, come, nobody not go ask them. Because this one, they might just make an legally, where they're going to get more money, and then they want to do. But when they don't not succeed, they don't want to go back to, technically, they want to go back to the old way for method they operate, so nobody know the question them. So we give them from now to January, before the year they start. Middle of January, let them come up with something and tell me. They let Parliament know they celebrate it. No, this is not something for joy. They're not giving fixed amount. We want to know how much the government will spend. The public need to know. Because these are taxpayer money. They're not like for just put her up the here. That where they just suspend her, that means nobody not going to question. You know? So we need to know. The people need to know. From now to January, Parliament need to do work after they don't come from Christmas break and all the break they need to sit down back. And so okay, this issue what we don't hold at the bill. We're not to talk about it, but we want to know this is the no work on how much the government, the president or vice president going to use. They're not for you to include the Speaker of the House to be. You know, but if they still want to include that, they for sit down and put on it again. But technically, because Speaker of the House, I not say the travel. If the travel said not on government issue, the travel on. The travel on your own, maybe vacation or other personal issue on your own. I not think Speaker of the House will ever travel for any government issue. I don't know. I might be wrong. I know she said Speaker of House don't go to America for go talk at the House of Assembly, or don't go London for go sit there with Parliamentary or something. I know I read that. Or don't go outside or state visit now other African country. I know I see that they happen. But if they want to include that, therefore just discuss about next year, January, then they come up with something and tell we waiting at the final answer towards that bill the way they don't suspend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who you call from?
Yeah, Triple. This is Abdurrahman. I call from London.
Yes, Abdurrahman, you get the platform.
Okay, Triple. Thank you very much for the forum, Triple. First of all, I would like to apologize to Honorable Tawa on the behalf of all Israelians there, include the minister who been chastiser na AYV or na 98.9 toxic because he bring this thing up na make we all discuss better. So I would like to apologize. Then second point is if anybody talk say the president or the chief executive officer of that country, they not be nobody that bill. This person is joking because I believe say nothing not going to Parliament. Who the head of the executive branch, now the government, now the president, or the president of the nobody. It's not true. The president nobody's bill, but it's backfired. To the JJ Safa, Obi they try for look for favor, say no ribra go go see if we will send that in the I believe say the president no. So the way forward now, na Kane Yonkela, I believe say in way because we need to follow the average money where President Kababi don't spend, Council President Kuruma, now to the 1.5 year old president build on in our office. So we go say, okay, this not the limit or not this not the parameter or go set. Anytime when a president will travel, now this money he will spend. So we go now and say, okay, we go give this guy because they will fly their back. Then you go after you time now office, you go able to say, okay, this president here now so money I spend, they can we be the travel. So I believe say now the way forward now and day. But if anybody talk say the president no, I don't buy that. The president no, he's the chief executive officer. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello, good evening. This is Isatu. I call from New York.
Yes, Isatu, get the platform.
Yeah, AAA and everybody really listen. I believe say we did forget something here. I see people and they give credit to some people that we will not feel say them even say a word. But first, definitely we need to give credit to the whistleblower, Honorable Tower. And we also give credit to the president for the fact that he rejected the bill, that he listened. And the third people that we forgive credit to, now we were to call and voice out and disagree with the things that we didn't try to do at that parliament day. Because most of the parliamentarians then go for the yay or yes. And then that's not how we want let them vote. And the other thing is, when they don't begin to say no right now, let them begin to register them and the data system wouldn't they use, so that we know who that been say yes, who that been say no when it comes to the next election. But definitely we happy for no say they don't give a no to this, that, this be done to go on. But good thing this administration come, whether or not the finance minister just thrown out there or not, well, fine. Maybe there was a way, something has to be done. This has been going on for so long, like if, it's about time for it to be seen and for it to be rejected. So I'm just happy to hear that, they don't hear we, and then we for continue we for continue for they say something, right? And people then therefore understand you don't need to forget money for make a difference. Your voice count. As a citizen of a country or of a nation, your voice really counts. If you feel like something is wrong, say something. So we really encourage even these people that are waiting at the ground, not just we waiting at the diaspora. For let them begin to reject things and let them not fear, say they get it right. There's a freedom of speech, right? And let the press also they go around for really question them where what thing they do right and what thing they do wrong. So let the public know and educate the public. That's the thing that the media is supposed to do. And that's what we see day in, day out here in the United States. The scrutiny that goes around for the politicians then. If we do that, Nasalom, that country, they change, it will turn around. And for all those that think it's not going to change, it's not ready to change, it will change. So let them all think that way, and then I think we'll go forward from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aisatu. Thank you. Yes, caller, ID live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello, this is Ibrahim, the call from Athens.
Yes, Ibrahim, you get a platform. What's your contribution?
Yes. Triple, first of all, I want to tell all the Sierra Leoneans, the media, and including our Honorable Tawak, thank you very much for this eye-opening with Ngiwi. And me, what I want to say first, the presidents are not giving no kudos to them for even way they say, sign them. Because he asked for a ceiling, for a cap. One of your flagship program, for fight for corruption. If you send a bill in Parliament, we pass through your cabinet, then they approve and then you ask for a ceiling again. So waiting at the listen where people then they say the president listen. He not listen because it be still left and open. So enough for even be the account for them. But the only thing why I thank the Parliament for where they expunge the bill and wait for see waiting then go proposed. But another thing, we Sierra Leoneans them we get for land for choose the right people them because Parliament this not a big blow and slap not them face, for let people them outside where they not they consult where they feel that then they represent, then take a very wrong decision where the people then react against them and then see say now the wrong thing then do. This is a show say we need for the choose competent people and for represent in a parliament. Because parliament now they pass law for everything. And then they do everything for this country. If we not get competent people in another place we go there like how we did so. Because at the end of the day, we get governments, they make anything then carry and go there, then just they do waiting they want to do. Include who that they want include. The things they already on them favor. So we Sierra Leoneans we get hope we are and choose the right people and for represent we. We not look to party, color or anything. Somebody we deserve for represent we'll all choose them. I'm your contribution, Andy. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Almami Kamara, I call from Mateng.
You get the platform.
This all waiting with the spend some time for discuss. I believe for don't discuss them at this time. For don't think about other stuff for discuss we are very much another important thing looking at waiting they go on presently. This to me I just seen just a trial and error as to waiting the Minister of Finance instead they want achieve and person you hardly see the reason why this now they happen because it only happen and if as one of the callers like Abdraman in UK where he talk no bill either private member bill or that of general bill this that where the head of the executive not aware if at all they not get intention for pass this bill so that will be accountable. There is no ceiling, as to how it is spent, people's money because now we money when we taxpayer then we they pay. the way then they make use of. I see no reason why they for don't go to the parliament, then they waste money for look at them. At the end, he say, they reject them. After all the many cries of Trawa, and Marcela Samba and colleague them and the other honorable Conte, I don't say and say now a pride to the side of the minister or the president for say they get the credit. The president don't return them back in the parliament for go ratify the clause. No, me no get that credit the way I give to them, because if you don't go and the cabinet it come from. Because if na extra person, we know they part of the government, now him propose, now him go to that building at parliament, okay, na different thing for don't discuss. But this now from the executive branch, it come out. So why then, and we they look at back the wickedness of we parliamentarians, because parliamentarian now a mixed of body. We get different political party, we represent all section na Sierra Leone. If at all then look, that bill then ratify them, say, okay, the president don't for be accountable to whatever, income way he use on travel or other stuff. As he say, not just a political favor then they talk about, not to, in the interest of the general people, when you look at, waiting they go on. In the past and in the present, people are not enjoying waiting them forget as basic life.
I want all you under quick. I want all you there, because the argument is now so it don't happen from late President Kaba to President Baikoroma to even the first part. So now I make them say they want to legalize them, because that's how it has been happening. So for say now, okay, they don't pull them. They pull it and pull them, just like I said, not to kill and kill them. It's still the float around,
yes,
just like how it exists.
Just a suspension, then I'm waiting and call blackout for make people I think for making them not good, talk back way again, because now just make them so. Yes, the legalization, yes, it's fine. But how will you representative them look at them with them according to them? Then you don't legalize them already. So now me concerned, Andy. You say, yeah. Thank you, Triple A.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Unaccountable Imprest. It's still a float around, waiting at the next for this particular Imprest. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Mina James Kamara. I call from DC.
Yes, James, you get the platform. What's your contribution?
Well, Triple, this Imprest here we then don't they talk about all this time. At times we forget credit back, who side credit to. Because the Bureau administration rejects this Imprest here. Then you get few of them handful parliamentarians, and Tawana, one of them, we also raise eyebrows to this. Let Kugiam himself in your own credit for that. One the other caller called just now, he say all the parliamentarians and the oppositions, you look from NGC, you look from APC. Then you also they look for the paramount chief them. This is waiting we they look for in this country here. Effective politics, where you get people and where then they come into an organization or an institution. Let them they read this bill and where then they put before them. For far too long, we don't get politicians then, because of this party politics where they play, then continue just to put ink and paper, they sign. So all these years they continue to affect the problem, they continue to affect the country. and about how things they go. So my own contribution is the fact that na SLPP person na raise this issue. Now this time we dey look for not only just from the opposition party, but we want more of the SLPP because they get competent people than they inside the SLPP. So is the APC and the rest of the other small representative them. They're supposed for the questions any single thing where they feel say it's not right for them. That's the only way where they do certain things that's the way that country they go move. As I reach now, so I will rest me on case, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. The way forward for the unaccountable Imprest. We want for call on the parliamentarians them. Yes, we know say the thing about Sierra Leone, yeah? Where something happen now. Whoa la la, yeah. And this is a festive season. Parliament can lock. We see the door lock down. We then they come back. Now that thing. We don't forget self, but unaccountable Imprest. He continue for float. Like how late President Kaba enjoy him. Like how former President Kuruma enjoy him. Like how President Bio enjoy him in the first 1.5 years of reign. Now so he go continue. Because the argument here is, now something will be done there, then just one legalize them. I make I say, person go in a corner right now, we go to vex pa JJ Safa. Say if you be no, you left and suffer. But now you go touch her. When you touch her now, the pole spark. All my see head up, see say pole don't spark. Even though the cable they naked up there, nobody not be take notice. And the person who go shake the pole, we make the two naked cable then touch, now I make it spark. So now, other person will touch the cable and then go the talk part. But we think say the needful should be done. We understand say if the president they go country for go discuss security matters and all that thing, and we understand. Because the arguments of we come out on the side of the government through the Ministry of Information, because now waiting and say now they talk now. Say the president can get some side away they go and go discuss security issues them. You know go for can put them everything say I be going under. We understand Andy. But not to all side the president they go on security issues they go discuss. So the one way cover to we lay cover. But not to all the entire trip where the president don't take, they go nine for cover. Okay, look the last one where the president just gone to Liberia. Who then get under honorary doctorate degree. So na who's kind trip dandy. So if we say we cover everything, there are certain trip then they way you must question. You must question them. We not deny say things that has to do with security matters for stay off the public eye. Understood. But again, somebody still dey. Because when the president they go to meeting and they not to in one grain they go come out say nobody, it's a total secret. People in there around the way know. So if people in there around the president we know, then somebody the back way the president will be accountable too. For say this trip we go, na so, and na so we spend. But if for say because other people in be done they enjoy, so now they can make and say let we just legalize them. And Think of it. When the president, give the president credit, the president no sign them. The president send an a parliament. You know, say, make them make them say if for account to. That's what the president say. Not to say, say. You know, say, una make them make an account. But he say, una put a cap, una put a ceiling. Putting a ceiling, and I want to be accountable for this money where they spend, na two different things. Na two different things. So make we understand Andy. Because the president not say, okay, no, una pull la pato, una say unaccountable imprest. Let it be accountable imprest. Not to so the president say. But he say, una give him a cap. He's given a cap the same as making it accountable. He left to you for determining that answer day. He left to you. But waiting we they ask now, we know we country, na Sierra Leone. We know him. And he know the surprise we. Say, when Parliament don't pull and so few come up at that 2020 finance bill day. He don't go back, they float like IBD. And if we just take and say they don't pull them, it don't done, then we live with life on, we continue, just nothing as so normal. But we they ask Parliament for discuss this particular unaccountable imprest and make them accountable. If they want to get any kind of clause, then now usai not for be accountable, that's fine. But make we see some form of accountability and transparency. Make we see them. I don't think say that's too much for ask of. I don't think so. And I believe say if every parliamentarian within a parliament do the needful, do the rightful before they take any decision, they remember back the constituency where they represent, how the people then they live there. I think say they go make the wisest decision ever. We land say even tomorrow Parliament get for sit down back. It's almost a month ago where the president in office sent that libel law for repeal am. Parliament just they turn. Now Parliament don't tell we say tomorrow, Wednesday, then they sit down for discuss am. Maybe them be just want to give Sierra Leoneans them the best Christmas, or journalists them the best Christmas present. Or then be the wait for make the journalists them go dine with the president. Because even last week, they talk the same thing. Even another dinner day, then talk and back day. The former president, himself, be the talk and say, but you not be rich in a parliament. This one not rich in a parliament. Tomorrow, parliament they sit down for discussion. So, we just hope say they not go make and complicated again. If then they pull them, then pull them. Waiting and they replace them with, because people who you like a person, you for be held accountable, but not in the form and manner where they put on day. And this particular bill within the try for pool, now get for test with judicial system na salon. Because definitely journalists go talk, somebody go write about something where another person not like, or we contrary to waiting the person thinks say in be, then they go to the court system. We want to see who say the judiciary of Sierra Leone go make we believe in them. Go make we believe in them. It's Sierra Leone we're talking about. Everything where they happen now in Salone now due to the decision where the parliament be don't take years ago. Because if you talk about the mines, you talk about say Chinese then water, you talk about the toll road, you name it. Now through parliament they pass. You talk about UDA, the president suggests we go parliament for approval. Now parliament they approve. President they suggest. So if the president make a wrong suggestion, parliament thinks the president right. Now in that. So even though when election can come, a lot of people they focus on the presidency, and when it comes to the councillors them and the parliamentarian them, we can look the one kind of way small. Not knowing to say the parliamentarian there. Now then they make things happen. For good or for bad. And we go continue for remind them here about this particular unaccountable Imprest. Make them not forget them. Because if they forget them, now in that. And not so we want them. I think say now we go lock all thing for today. And come back tomorrow. It look like say tomorrow self inside Salone Parliament we get for go. But let us sleep and wake first. Let us see how everything unfold. Till we meet again. Skipole say tata.